we do a project, any real-time project, all right? So just remember this point. The entire SEO, the foundation of SEO will be based on three important topics. Topic number one is keyword research, which we are going to study from today. Once we study the keyword research, the process two is basically called as on-page optimization. So what is on-page optimization is, once we have did the research, adding those keywords into our websites. Okay, we will discuss about that in a very detailed way. It's a very lengthy topic of our discussion, that is on-page. And once we complete on-page, we move to the second last part of our SEO procedure, which is called as link building process. Now, to be clear, just remember this point. This process is done most of the time in the beginning of the project, and this is done in the initial website setup time, and this process will be done regularly. So link building, if you remember the page rank concepts and all which we discussed, so this process we will follow as a cycle to get a website ranking on the top positions of Google search results. So how do you work on keyword research? What are the fundamentals? What are the concepts? Along with practicals, I'm going to show you as we go into the discussion of today's session. So let's start with what is keyword research? What is its goal? Why do you want to do the keyword research? So let's see, as you see on the screen as well, but let me explain it my own way, okay? Let's say you want to start a shop, okay, in an offline world. You see, you will think about the area, you will think about the people, you will think about what are their needs, what are their interests. Based on that, you will select the product or the company to start there, correct? Example, do you expect to have a diamond jewelry showroom in a normal area, not in a posh area, normal area? Do you expect that? You won't, right? Because what you say is, sir, a diamond jewelry showroom should be in a place where it is not really required. It should be in a posh area where people are ready to invest in diamond jewelry, correct? So the point is, when we talk about our research process, keyword research process is also something like that. There is establishing your brand in the place where there is a demand. Now think about it this way. You see, keyword research process, what we do is, for any business, we try to find the keywords, we try to find the actual words which are used, which are effective, which are going to be helpful for that company. So the process of doing this research for the keywords is generally called as keyword research process. Now, how we do it, we are going to discuss in more detail. Now, what are the benefits we get? What is the main reason we are doing the keyword research is, the first important reason of keyword research is to predict the demand. Now remember, whenever we talk about keyword research, you can predict, you can know what is the demand of the product, all right? So you can see, okay, this product has a demand, let's focus on this. This product doesn't have a demand, let's not go into that topic. So we can see that what is the demand of a product, and based on that, we can able to target. Let's understand this way. Do you expect someone to start a e-commerce website for a CD or a VCD or a VCR shop? You say, sir, no way. There will be no person who is going to start a VCR or a CD shop today. Why? Because who is using a CD player? Who is using a VCR today? Everything is digital today, correct? Streaming world. So that means that today there is no requirement, there is no demand for VCRs or television or CDs. So we say the prediction of a demand can be done with keyword research. I'll show you that as we go into a practical. And also changes in the usage behavior, how the user is searching, what kind of interest they have, what kind of concept they have. I'll give you an example, okay? You'll understand more effectively. 5 years back, think about it, 5 years back, if you think about this way, if you want to buy a jeans, what kind of jeans you will buy 5 years back? What would be your query? You must say that, sir, 5 years back, my goal would be to, buy a jeans. Maybe my query is blue jeans. Maybe my query is something like that, correct? But today, can I say that one of the query will be ripped jeans? Is that right? Are people really fond of ripped jeans today in the market? So if I'm an e-commerce website, can I actually target ripped jeans keyword to sell to a lot of people? Answer is yes, because The idea is when we talk about changing user behavior, it changes as per the market. All right. So that's why we can able to focus here on the aspect of your behavior analysis also. Now I have given one keywords here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a small point here. Please use your chat option on the right hand side. If you are planning to sell Samsung phones, pick what keywords will you select. There are 5 keywords there. You can just type 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the points are there on the chat option on the right hand side. You have a chat option, right? So please do a selection. Okay, BPS says 1. Okay, next 1. Shazia says 1. Bamshi says 1. All right. Now almost, yeah, everyone are there, right? Whoever have typed, they are right. You know why? Because actually you think logically. You thought this way, sir. When I want to sell phone, all of these keywords are not my target. Samsung phones is my main target. Phone covers, it's related to Samsung, but it is not a target. Who is the owner of Samsung? That is not our target. Samsung phone blast case. See, Samsung phones have blasted. So that is not our target. And only Samsung is also not our target. See, you don't even know keyword research, right? You're just learning. But without even discussing the topic, you are aware that what kind of keyword we have to pick. So what will be my job is to show you the practical implementation and strategies to understand that will make you much smarter, that will help you make more better decisions while you want to pick the keywords in a real world scenario. So that's what keyword research is all about, finding the keywords. Okay, selecting the keywords which are relevant to your industry, which are relevant to your business, so that you can get the right amount of audience to your doorstep, that is to your website. That's the process of keyword research. Anyone have a question? Please ask a question one by one. If anyone have a question, I'll give few seconds of time. If I don't get any question, you can unmute and ask. If no question is there, I'll continue the topic. I think no question here. But anyway, it's a very simple thing. So no point of confusion in this. All right, let's move on to the topic. Number 2. All right. See, a customer actually moves through stages. All right. So as per any business is concerned, the stages through which the customer will move from one part to another part. Okay, the stages of the customer journey, we call it as cold. Then the customer get warm and the customer get hot. You say, sir, what is this? Actually, it's a language used in telemarketing. It's a language used in sales. Okay. So what they say is, first, when the customer doesn't know anything about you, okay, is just interested in that topic. Generally, we call them as a cold audience, meaning they are looking for something, but they're not sure about what they are looking for. They're just cold audience. Once the audience is cold, after some research process and all, this audience become little bit warm in the sense they are now ready to take some action. They are interested in something. And once this audience get more information, then they convert to an hot audience. The hot audience is the kind of people, they are going to make a decision. Now think about it this way. Cold, warm, and hot audience, how do they really work in real time? Let's see, I want to buy a car. All right. So the moment I got this thought, I want to buy a car, I'm a cold audience. Because cold audience, I want to buy a car, that's a decision, correct? But which car, when I want to buy, what is my budget? I haven't decided anything about it. So I have only got a thought, I want to buy a car. So what happens is, here, depending on the type of stage the user is, his mindset, his search queries will change. All right. So a person who is in the hot stage, his query is different. A person in a cold stage, his query is different. So to understand the behavior of the user based on where he is, based on what he's actually accessing, we also have one very interesting concept, which is basically called as types of keywords. So based on the audience, based on where they are right now, we can also able to understand the type of queries they have. So generally, cold, warm, and hot. All right. So in these 3 sections, the queries we divide is basically divided into 3 types of queries. Okay, the queries can be divided into how many types? 3 types of queries we can define. Okay, just let me take one document as well. So when I require, I'll just type in and explain my point more clearly to you, all right? Because I don't have a board with me. I can write, but it's not like real writing board. Okay. So what are the types of queries? So here is the point. So when we talk about user point of view, informational queries. Please shut down your webcam. Toshiba FMS, please shut down your webcam, please. Informational queries. All right. Second is called as navigational queries. One second. Naimul Khan, why are you switching on your webcam, sir? Please switch off your webcam. Again and again, I'm saying you are switching on your webcam. Please switch off. Navigational queries, all right? And third option is called as transactional queries. Now, see, as I told you, the idea of hot versus cold versus, sorry, cold, warm, and hot. So we can say this way, informational queries are the first layer where the customer is right now very cold, all right? He just want to find out information. Then he will go to the navigation stage. Then he will go to the transactional stage. Let me first explain you what is informational queries in detail and how can we target them. And when we do research, all this theoretical concepts will be used when we are doing a live research in our today's session. So first of all, let's start with what is informational queries. See, in informational queries, the user is looking for information about a broad or a specific topic, meaning he just want to know what is what. He want to just know what is what. See, for example, let us say we are doing, I will show you this entire example on a business of one of our client, pest control services. I'm going to show you the entire example, okay? So let's say a pest control services. This is my client. So what are the informational queries for this client is, most of the people who are worried about pest control, who are having trouble with termites or ants or rodents or anything, they will try to first search generic way. Now, what is that search would be? How to get rid of termite. You agree with me that that's a general query, right? How to get rid of termite. I will type this. Or what are the reasons for termite infestation? When does the termite infect your home, or when does the ant, or when how this cockroaches and all will infest your home? So you will know, you want to know, you are curious, right? So the idea is informational queries can also be targeted, but how do we target them is, this is where we have to be very, very smart. So we can use informational queries for doing this. So what we are doing here is to educate the audience, to help them understand what is their problem, what is the issue they have, so that when they understand this problem, later on, they can actually find a solution from us only. Now, I'll give you a very good example of this informational query, and you agree with me, 100% you will agree with me, okay? What is that? Let me explain you. And how I'm using this informational query, I will explain you in a while after this point. Now, this helps in developing your expertise and authority. Remember, in our last campaign, last class, we discussed one very, very important algorithm of Google. What is that? EAT, expertise, authority, and trustworthiness. What I said, if you have expertise, if you have authority and trust, Google will automatically help you rank better. Correct? So to build your authority, to build your expertise, one of the most important factor is to build, to give content, to write a lot of articles on your industry to show you are the expert of that industry. That can be only done with informational queries. So if you ask me, sir, how does web trainings does this? How does web trainings use this concept of informational queries? Now, see here a simple idea, okay? I'm just going for a live search now to give you an example. Like, see, there are a lot of people looking for understanding about digital marketing, right? A lot of people want to know what is digital marketing, what are the scope of digital marketing, what are the features of digital marketing, career options of digital marketing. Many queries are there, right? So now let's say I will type in a query, okay? A query, let's say scope of digital marketing in India. This is one of my very good article which has really helped me a lot. Okay. So now if you see this article, where am I ranking for this article right now? You can just ignore it. I'll show you what is that later. So what is our article position right now, sir? It is on the first position of Google search engine. Now tell me, if someone visit this page, is he, okay, anyone who's searching, is he interested in our product directly? No, he's a cold audience. He just want to know what is what. Okay, is just want to know what is what. Correct? So the idea is So the idea is, here we are, our idea first is to think about the user and try to build the content so that he will know, okay, this is a subject, this is a topic where the person will first get started. Same way, see here, I'll type a query, how to get rid of what is that, thermite, right? Termites. Yeah. See, and actually, you notice how many searches are there. How to get rid of termites? Termites naturally in wall, in furniture, without tenting, in soil, in house. Okay. How to get rid of terrible gas? That is fine. Had terrible headache, termites in apartment. See, is it all these articles can be our target for future, sir? Naturally, in wall, in furniture. Absolutely yes. Let's see who is targeting this and who is getting the benefit. Now, these are all advertisers. Great, all these are advertisers spending a lot of money, but here it is, this soldhouse.com. Now some of the best way to get rid of termites is apply thermite killing products to your home exterior. Okay, next we have Home Depot, how to get rid of termites. Oh, there are good articles. And see, termite is a global problem, so any US website can also rank in India, not a problem. So you see there are a lot of articles where we can really target this options. I hope you understood this option. Please, you can unmute your mic. If you have a question relevant to our topic, please ask. I'll give you a few seconds so anyone can speak and ask questions. Please, you can unmute your mic and ask. Yes, please. Who is this?
Hi, Shazia. Yeah.
Yeah, Shazia.
If we have an e-commerce website and
Huh.
there's like not a lot of information in e-commerce website, is it like
Huh.
a mandate thing that you have to have information?
You know what? I'll tell you an interesting point. Okay. The interesting point today is even e-commerce websites are building content. You may say, sir, really? Is that mandatory? Yes, because remember, e-commerce is fine. You're selling products, but I will show you one very interesting example. Okay. Let's see a website, caratlane.com. I hope everyone knows Caratlane is a diamond, e-commerce, complete diamond and gold jewelry business. You know, how are they developing content? How are they building content is, if you notice in Caratlane, they have a section dedicated completely for one topic, that is educating the audience. Let me show you. Okay, one second. Right, just a second. It's somewhere in footer. They have that segment. Let me go to their. Oh, here it is. You see a small block section is there. Please click on the block section and you notice what we get there. All right. Now notice in the Karat Lane is an e-commerce website, correct? But if you see there are so much of content here, so much of information. Now see how-to articles. What is the idea behind this is even an e-commerce website, has this kind of content so that they can actually get the cold audience to their website. Now, how to take care of your pearls? Yeah, that's interesting. It's an e-commerce website as you ask. I hope you understood. So even e-commerce, even Amazon, even Flipkart are today building content segments on their website so that they can get the cold audience into the business. From there, they can use the further aspect. Right. I hope you answered your question. Any queries? Anyone else? Please unmute and ask the question. Who is this?
Hello.
Yes. Who is
Yeah, this
this?
is Ikram.
Yes, Ikram. Ask
Ikram.
you. Yes, please ask.
Yes, I want to ask about this query that do you think that Google will delve deeper into the expertise and authority? Do you think that they will delve deeper into my qualification, whether I'm qualified to write this article or not?
Yes. Yes. Actually,
Because
they
I
will
can
not.
produce any kind of content.
Yes, yes. Actually, what happens is certain industries are there where Google look at the author bio. Meaning, example, if you see MD Azruddin, okay, I have written articles on different places with my name. Now, in these different places, my name is mentioned MD Azruddin and my articles are digital marketing. Automatically, Google connect me with digital marketing as authority. Okay, so what happens is if you are writing, as you are a content writer, you are writing an article. Now make sure that when you are writing it for a doctor, you make sure the doctor has reviewed that article, and in about a section the doctor name should be published with that, not your name. Then Google will connect that doctor with that article, and that way the authority will. I hope you understood that.
But what about pest control? Pest control and other topic.
Pest control is general topic, and obviously I will not give you a name. If you are a content writer, I will not put your name. Here, see,
Right,
in
right.
pest control, I become an authority by writing more about it. So maybe I will take one of the name of the owner or employee, someone from the team, and from there I will write the content to display. And see, even in a generic business website, you don't write the author name, doesn't matter, because what happens based on your topic, Google will know that you are an expert in this industry. Think about pest control. Everything I write in that website is pest control. So will Google consider my website as an expert or not? It doesn't know who I am, but my website point of view is considered. That is I hope you are clear. Any further questions?
Okay.
You can mute if you have answer is clear. So shall I proceed? All right. I think great. Now that's very best way is when you are unmuting, please tell your name so everyone also know who's asking question. Then I will answer it and we'll proceed to next topic. All right. So that's informational query for you, and I will tell you informational query can bring wonders for your business. You will not even imagine how much business you can generate from informational queries. It's a great kind of approach. I'll come to that topic in more detail. So that's informational queries for you. Second category of our topic is called as navigational query. Remember, in a navigational query, user has moved from hot to warm, cold to warm. You know why? Because he did research. He understood what are the different topics are there in the market, what are the options there in the market. So users are looking for specific brand or website pages, meaning they know what they want, and now they are looking for specific companies or brands only. Then that kind of queries, we generally call them as navigational queries. Now remember one point, most of the navigational queries, okay, they are related to a particular company. That's why we also call these queries as branded queries. We also call them as what? Branded queries. I'll give you one example of my own approach. You will realize, okay, so I got what you are trying to say here, okay? Now see what I did, I'll tell you a small example. Okay? What happened is, I wanted to buy a phone. Okay, I bought one phone. I think it's for our support purpose. I bought this phone, Redmi Note phone I bought, okay? So first thing I did was, because it's not a personal phone, it was only for support purpose. So first thing I did was, I wanted to find what are the phones available in the market. So my first query was phones, smartphones, between, because I had a specific budget, 10,000 to 15,000. That was my specific budget. See, this is a query I typed. Literally, I'm telling you, 2 days back. Then I went to this first website, 91mobiles.com. Okay, and also I went to this one, ndtv.com. Also, I went to this website. So what I did is, okay, can you say that this is informational query or transactional query or what? This is, sir, it's an informational query, correct? Now I've gone through each of this. What is this one? Xiaomi Redmi Note 10, 11,000 or 12,000 something. Galaxy M12, Galaxy Note 9 Pro Max, then Poco M3, Poco X3, Power, right? There are different options, right? So what I did is, I realized after reviewing all this, I have realized that there are only one option here. There is one is Note phone, one option we have. Other option we have is what? The Samsung M12 and all that. Then I thought, okay, let's do one thing. Let us little bit go into the detail and do some brand wise research. So what I did then is, I went to Amazon, and my query was also something like this, because I buy on Amazon only. So Amazon smartphones less than 15,000. Okay, now because see, I'm now excluding everyone else, I'm just going to Amazon now. Okay, so now when I went to Amazon, then I started looking at their different models. I started looking at what are their reviews, what are their options. And because see, as of products are concerned, we buy directly from Amazon, right? So I have selected any of this option, I bought it. All right, I bought actually this for 9 Prime I bought. So idea is, I gone through these reviews and see overall what is the rating they have. Samsung also, what is the rating they have. Oppo and all these ratings I have checked. And once I got the rating, then I've decided that I want to buy that specific phone which I felt is better than other models. So that is a thought process involved. And because see, Amazon is a big brand, and we know better to buy on Amazon than Redmi Note website itself, correct? So I went to directly Amazon. But if Amazon is, if the product is not available on Amazon, I would have specifically typed like this: Redmi Note 9 Prime, okay, Prime buy online, which means now I'm going for a specific phone only, right? So then I would directly go to this MI website if I want, and I can buy the product directly. So the idea is, you know, a consumer goes through this entire set of process. That's why I said in the second stage of the business, navigational queries will be very, very important. You may ask a question, sir, how can I use them? How can I get advantage of them? Now remember, as you become a big brand, then automatically the queries, you know, people will start looking for you. For example, what are the navigational query for this company? Our client is the expert pest control. One of the navigational queries is this: expert pest control reviews. You know, why are they asking this query? Because people want to be sure about this company. Is expert pest control good service? Okay, this is also, I have made that query. It's not real, but you know, for web trainings, we get all these queries like Web Trainings Academy reviews. Okay, Web Trainings Academy feedback. Web Trainings Academy is good? Question mark. Meaning, once they are have shortlisted from cold to warm, they want to do further research in the process. I will tell you one very interesting concept here, which will, you know, it's not a part of SEO, but it is a PPC concept. But I will tell you that. Okay, one strategy is there. A lot of companies use is to attract other people is when we know that a person is searching for a brand. Okay, can we able to bring him to our website? Yes, we can do that with the help of PPC, pay-per-click advertising. What does that mean is people, the companies already know that when you are looking for so-and-so company, all right? So you are already in the second warm audience, correct? So what they do is they bid on a keyword of the brand name. I will give you an example. Let me type here, go to meeting. What is the software right now we are using? The software is go to meeting. Enter, right? Let's see. Okay, there are no ads. Sometimes we don't have ads here. That's fine. I'll just use this way without a space. No, we are not getting ad. Let's see Amazon if I can get any ad. Amazon ad will be there for sure. No, no other ad. See, Amazon is bidding for their own keyword. No logic here. I'll tell you the logic. What other companies do, it's a very smart strategy where you bid for your competitor keywords so that your competitor, actually for web training, some of our competitors do this. So that's why even we are running ads for our own brand name. Yeah, you see this? I'm spending money for my own keyword, which is waste of money, right? But I'm spending. You say, sir, why? Why are you wasting money for your own keyword? Because I don't want my competition to bid for my keyword and take my top spot so that they are redirected to other business. That's the logic of this strategy. So navigational query has one very unique concept that in PPC, you can able to attract the people who are interested in other products to your own product. So specifically for big brands, this can be a great opportunity to attract the people from other niches. But you have to pay money for it. It is not a SEO, it is a PPC concept. I hope everyone understood this point. Please ask any questions here in navigation. It's very simple actually. There will be lots of navigational queries depending on how big is your brand. Yes, please. Any questions, please ask. Wants to fight for this query. You know what is a transactional query? A query which indicates the intent of the user to spend some money. All right. So idea is this: if he is willing to spend money, idea is if he is willing to invest some money at the end of the query, all that queries are called as transactional queries. Let me give you an example. See, a few days back, at my home, I wanted to hire one diagnostic report for my wife. Okay. So what I did is I typed in Google online diagnostic, online diagnostic center. I typed that. I got one website. I clicked on it. I filled the form. And he called me while I was coming back to office, while going to office. So I left the call. I told him all the details. And within 1 hour, he sent the person to home and take the lab. Now think about it. You know, when I'm searching for this transactional, I'm in the move right now in the go to buy the product. Yes, absolutely. Think about it this way. You may have typed this query: digital marketing course in Hyderabad, digital marketing institute in Hyderabad, best digital marketing institute in Hyderabad. You see, when you're typing it, I will already know that all of the person who is typing this query, they are already prepared that they want to invest certain amount of money, then they want to join the course, correct? So the point is, transactional queries are those where we know that the customer is really interested, is very hot audience, and is right now ready to spend money for that particular topic. And this is the very competitive niche. Okay, any industry you take, the most competitive niche is your transactional queries. So should we fight in this segment? Absolutely. Then only you get the real people who are right away who want to buy the product. But when we talk about transactional, we also have to understand one more length of the keyword. We will discuss that in the next slide. So the idea of transactional queries is when a customer is looking to buy a product, looking to buy a service, or ordering a service online, all that queries comes under the concept of transactional queries. For example, for our pest control business, one of the transactional query is pest control in Hyderabad. So think about it. If I type this query, am I really looking for pest control services? Absolutely, yes, sir. You are looking for, or pest control services in Hyderabad. Even this point also, I would say, yes, I'm really looking for services. So am I really ready to invest money also? Absolutely, because I'm worried with pest and all this headache. So I want to spend some money and generate value from this particular transactional query. So we will see in keyword research process, how do we filter all of them? How do we separate the informational queries from transactional queries and navigational queries in the practical tool, as we will discuss after this slide. One more slide is there. After that, we will discuss it. Then you will realize, okay, this is how the process of this concept works out. I hope everyone are clear with the transactional queries. Anyone have a question, please ask. Okay, I think no question here. Great. So let's move on. See, if you are like says that I'm unable to ask a question, there is a chat option also. If you have a very simple question or a query, you can just type in chat also. I will see the chat and I will repeat your question and I will answer it. So both ways you will have that perfect connectivity with me, so we can able to be on the same page of discussion. Okay, now moving on to our next topic, which is again a very, very important topic. What is the point of this discussion is types of keyword by length. What does that mean? Just now I told you types of keywords: informational, navigational, transactional, three types of keywords. But these are based on intention of the user. Intention of the user means what I want to do. Now, the same way we have keywords based on length of the query. Now they are divided into three types: short tail, 1 or 2 words; medium tail, around 3 words; and long tail, which are basically most of the time 4 words plus. Think about an example here. Pest control, just 2 words, short tail. Pest control Hyderabad, medium tail. Pest control services in Hyderabad, long tail, right? The question is, why should we differentiate between short, medium, and long tail? There is a very big reason, because depending on the length of the keyword, there will be a lot of changes in the competition. There will be a lot of changes in the intention of the user. There will be also changes in the conversion rate of the keyword. So and explaining you this concept, I have 2 graphics for you to explain here. So see this option. Number 1, when we talk about, you see here, what we say, generic keywords. The generic keywords, 1 word keywords, okay, or 2 words keyword, just short. What happens is when you go with this one, volume is crazy. How many people are searching for that word? I can say millions of people are searching. So what is the problem is extremely high cost and extremely competitive. And at the same time, if you see this graph on, this is Y and this is X-axis. So if you see, the probability of conversion is very low. So point is, you have very high volume. Okay, a lot of people are searching, but unfortunately, no one is converting. That is the problem. And competition is crazy. So short tail keywords are not recommended. In our simple terms, I will explain you. Short tail keywords we don't want to waste our time on. Why? Because those are reserved, those are for the big brands who want to target any kind of short-term keyword. But for small businesses, for the companies, what we suggest is don't go even for medium. Medium is okay, we can go, but most of the time, and if you notice here, almost 70% of overall searches in the market, overall searches, you see from here, this one, 70% of the market is actually for seven of long tail keywords. And also the average conversion rate of your long tail keywords is almost 36%. You may say, sir, why do people who type long tail convert? I'll give you an example. Think about it this way. I just type pest control. I don't know what I want. Actually, I'm just doing some random search. But if I type like this, okay, the query is termite. Okay, my query is best termite pest control in Hyderabad. Or sir, how many words? 6, 7 words. But tell me, when I am very specific, best termite pest control in Hyderabad means, am I really having a trouble? Am I having a problem? And when I see a correct website, will I be interested to immediately fill the form or make a call? Yes, sir, because long tail queries are the one where volume is, very less compared to overall, your short tail keywords, volume is less. But when you combine all the small keywords together, long tail keywords together, the volume will be almost 70% overall. So, and also conversion rate is very, very high. There is one graph for you, and same graph in tabular format here I have taken. So very simple. Here, see this long tail keywords, volume is very low. Okay, that's one problem. But what is the volume of short tail? Very high. But after that, notice this competition low. Okay, but here it is very high. Focus in the sense you're targeting specific topic. Yes, in long tail we are talking about a specific point, so it is very low here. Acha, cost, if you want to spend money and work on this concept, extremely low. And here the cost is very high for short tail, and conversion rate is very high and very low. Now you tell me, if I give you a project, would you want to start with long tail keywords or short tail keywords? You can type in your answer in the chat on the right hand side. So any logical person who has little bit of logic, definitely you will start with long tail. That's what our goal is. But remember, as you become older, as your website become older, then what happens is you can target medium tail will come in your bag automatically. Short tail will also come into your industry, your segment automatically. You may say, sir, why does it happen? Because the idea is this. See, as I said, one student asked a question in last session, sir, can we target a keyword like shoes? So I said, no. Why can't we target, sir? Reason is the people who are already fighting there are extremely big. We can't even go near to those people. So even shoes is generic query, just forget about that, right? But if I type a query like this, for example, the query is, let's say, black shoes for, let's say, suits, or let's say black running sports shoes. You see, black running short sports is very specific. So I would say, yeah, this kind of conversion will be possible. So the idea is, rather than focusing or fighting for short tail, let's focus on the long tail first. And we have to bring value to the client for long tail. Short tail will come automatically as we become expert in the industry, as we go into the subject. So I hope you are clear with this concept of discussion. Any questions? Please ask. Okay, well, if we type a query like Samsung, actually short tail, because you know what, Samsung doesn't have any kind of meaning also. Samsung means, what do you want? Samsung phones, Samsung TVs, Samsung. Actually, Samsung is a construction company also. You know that they are actually there in every business. So only word Samsung is short tail. It's useless. It doesn't have any meaning also. So we don't want to target it actually as a business point of view. Yeah, think about this way. Sir, my client is saying I have to rank for the keyword pest. Okay, tell me one thing, sir. Anyone wants to rank for this keyword, one word, pest, and what does it mean actually? Nothing. It doesn't say anything, right? It's just useless. So that's why short, medium, long. Okay, we start with long, then we slowly move to medium. As our time grows in the market, you become more valuable, and then you can go to the actual options. So it's something like this. If you are aware, in film industry, what happens? A lot of people get into first as a small supporting role, correct? Once they got a supporting role, after very good acting, they will jump into what? A good medium role. Once they got that medium role also very good, then they become a main role. Is that happens? Yeah, that's a transition, right? If a person is a, what do you say, Bollywood guy, his father is a hero and actor and all, fine, he will get a movie directly. But normal people have this transition. First, very bad role, after that, little bit good role, after that, amazing role. So this is the transition we require in our digital world as well. Okay, I think anyone have a question, please unmute the mic and ask. If it is okay, I'll go ahead. Now, once we start the practical approach, you will exactly understand what's happening. Yes, this.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes.
What about specific industries, sir? Like I was writing a Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Who is this? Your name, please.
Ikram. Ikram.
Yeah, Ikram. Tell me. What's your question?
Yeah. If there is any specific industry, because I was working on a project for UV devices, ultraviolet devices.
Okay.
So for
okay.
that, there was no chance of long and short and all these things and all, because it was very specific field,
Mhm.
and it was on devices, which is a very new. It's a very new machine in India. Not many people are using it.
Mhm.
So in
Yeah.
that case, there be like a short, long, and
No. What happens is, if we have a product in the market where the demand of long tail is not even there, then what we will do is, whatever the short or medium tail is, we'll focus on that topic. Because the purpose of keyword research is to find the demand, to know whether this volume. See, imagine if you are targeting a keyword ultraviolet machines in Hyderabad, no one is searching for it. What is the point of that? When no one is searching, that is useless, right? So idea is to find those keywords. I'll show you. When you go to the research process, you will realize how this whole process is implemented and discussed. Okay.